The Colombian city of Cartagena de las Indias is home to a leading international film festival. Efe caught up with one of the festival's special guests, American actor, director and producer Willem Dafoe, who discussed the use of technology in film, his latest project, the life and death of Marina Abramovic, and his inspiration for work.
I think whatever expands the language of cinema is great. But whatever freezes or limits the language of cinema isn't so good. Technology in general, I think it gives the illusion of us improving our lives, but it doesn't. It gives the illusion of us having more power, but it doesn't give us more power. So I'm a theater performer. I like to work with very little. But I also am happy to work with technology. But the new innovations are not what interests me so much in cinema. I just want to add one thing. I mean, often I see movies that are very technically accomplished, and they dazzle you, and they're very exciting to see. But there's a certain kind of perfection that does not include you. You don't participate in it at the same level. You're like someone that something is being done to you. Some of the highest level, best accomplished Hollywood, very expensive, very technological movies are they're sort of amazing, but they leave me cold. I think I like personal stories, and I like a much simpler cinema. I don't know. Even sometimes I feel very mixed about stories, too. I like a certain kind of abstraction and a certain amount of poetry and a certain amount of room in a movie. A beautifully made story is you can get very involved in, but sometimes stories also hide the truth. It's we've got to find, I think it's about making things, and it's about playing with stories we think we know and seeing them in new ways. That's what I'm most interested in. And if technology can help that, that's fine. But usually that's not the case, because people that are attracted to technology are attracted to technology. And sometimes the human element just seems to separate from the making. Consider the idea that stories hide the truth. And technology can really hide the truth. Now, maybe we aren't so interested in the truth, but I'm interested in having something that stimulates me and makes me see with new eyes. That's the bottom line. I want to see with new eyes, and ironically, technology seldom does that. I continue to do theater. Yes. Yes, I no longer have my own company. For many years, almost 30 years, I had the Wooster Group, but I no longer work with them. So lately I've worked with Richard Foreman in New York, and in fact I was just in Madrid developing a piece with Robert Wilson, which will eventually be performed in Madrid. He's a theater and opera director.
When?
At I don't know exactly, because it's a very long schedule. I mean, it tours around a lot. But we started developing it in Madrid. But I think it's Teatro Real, maybe? Big theater. We're still making it, but it's called The Life and Death of Marina Abramovic, and who is a performance artist from Serbia. Yeah, and also the music is done by Anthony Haggerty of Anthony and the Johnsons, if you know that. It's basically a very epic production, and I play lots of things, but my function is basically a narrator, and then I go in and out of various relationships in her life. I just finished something that we shot in Tasmania called The Hunter, which is an Australian movie, a very interesting movie. And next, I don't know. You know, depending what day, I'll change my mind. But generally, I like it. I mean, obviously. Listen, not just with her, but I like being in the room with people that inspire me, that I like, particularly if I love them. It really helps. It just gives you energy. It inspires you. It makes your work a labor of love. You know, it makes it much more important than work. It's a little trite to say, but it becomes play. Play at the highest level. Making something that comes from a place of a personal place, an intimate place. That's hard to do with strangers or people that you don't like or people that you don't respect.